This is getting to be pretty wild, and it's a great honor, I'll tell you, because we have to let them know we're coming for them. We're coming on November 5th, Joe's. Crooked, sleepy Joe. Crooked, sleepy. Over the past week, it's been sort of in a rocket. We've been launching like a rocket to the Republican nomination. We just got numbers today that were unbelievable, but we won Iowa in a record, New Hampshire in a record. In Iowa, we got the highest vote count ever ×2. In New Hampshire, we had the most votes in the history of the New Hampshire primary. That covers a lot of territory for both parties, by the way. Got a lot of people up there, like the Kennedy clan, etc. Nevada, we won in a record. You saw that, 97%. The Virgin Islands, we took that one in a record. We got a record so far. Let's keep it going. And 1 week ago, we won South Carolina, beating the ex-governor by an unprecedented number and getting double the number of votes of any previous candidate in history. South Carolina. We love South Carolina. This is getting to be pretty wild, and it's a great honor, I'll tell you, because we have to let them know we're coming for them. We're coming on November 5th, Joe's. Crooked, sleepy Joe. Crooked, sleepy. I like that. I like that. Crooked, sleepy. We'll call, maybe we'll call them both. You know, I took the name off Hillary Crooked. I wanted to use it for Joe because I thought it was very accurate. But I got rid of Sleepy, and Sleepy was good. But how about Crooked, Sleepy Joe? You know, you could do a double. That's what you got. Next up, as you know, Super Tuesday. And without any big lessons in anything, that means Tuesday coming up, March 5th, just 3 days from now, and it's time for the Commonwealth of Virginia to finally have your say and get it done the way you want to have it done. Get out and vote. Got to get out and vote. We want to send a big signal, so it's important. I mean, we don't need your vote. We want you to get out, though, and vote in big margins. And we want to send that little freight train going along because it's going to be the big day, the biggest day in the history of our country is November 5th. That's the biggest day, because our country is being destroyed by an incompetent president, a corrupt president, the worst president we've ever had, the worst we've ever had. And we want to send a signal. We need each and every one of you to get every patriot that you know and turn them out to vote. You have to do this on Tuesday and just turn them out and vote in big numbers. It's going to send a signal. You know, the New York Times came out with a poll. They just announced it. Devastating for the New York Times. They don't like doing that. Well, I give them credit. I gave them credit. You know, the Washington Post came out with a big poll a couple of months ago, and they wanted to know, was there a mistake? Oh, please let there be. There's no mistake. New York Times has us way up over crooked Joe Biden, way, way, way up. And one of the greatest things was really one aspect of the poll was where they say really great excitement and enthusiasm for the candidate, almost 50%. That's a tremendous number. The rest are, oh, he's good. But, I mean, super enthusiasm, that's a number that people just don't get. So I'm honored, and we're all honored, because we're all in this mess together. Let's face it, this country is a mess. We got 15, 16 million people came in, and they came in from prisons and jails. They came in from mental institutions and insane asylums. They're terrorists. They're drug dealers. We are really going to be a very different country. We have to have it stopped. With your help, we will win big on Super Tuesday. And this November, Virginia is going to tell crooked Joe Biden, you're fired. You're fired. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of the White House. Should have never been in the White House. He should have never been in the White House. We wouldn't be in this mess, but he should have never been there, and everybody in this room knows it. They go after the guys that complain about the election, not the guys that rigged the election. Isn't that interesting, right? Among my very first actions upon taking office will be quite simply to seal the border and stop the invasion of our country. 2 days ago, I was with Governor Greg Abbott at the Texas border. He's doing a really good job to witness the total devastation that crooked Joe Biden and his stupid policy of open borders. Who would do this to? Who would do this? No country would do this. What it's done to us as a country, our border is an open and gushing wound, pouring drugs, gangs, terrorists, and millions of illegal aliens into our country. Many, many people that are not supposed to be in our country. So unfair to people that are online for 10 years. They study, they work, they do everything right, and then they see millions of people come in with no recourse, no nothing, no retribution. Yet Crooked Joe is fighting the state of Texas to stop them from defending our border. They're doing a job for the country. They're actually cutting the wire fences open to let thousands of migrants come pouring in, the migrants that they have no idea they're from parts unknown. You know what that means, parts unknown? They're coming from the Congo. They come from all parts of Africa, Asia, the Middle East. Last night they had 4 from the Congo. Where in the Congo do you live? I wonder what beautiful place do you live in the Congo? We are from prison. What did you do? Murder. They're in the United States right now, right? This is what they're allowing. But it's Africa. It's Asia. It's the Middle East. It's people that we're bombing. Here goes Biden again with the bombing. You don't have to bomb. You don't have to bomb. We can get it done with a phone call. We had no... Let me tell you. A properly placed phone call can work miracles, can it? We did plenty of them. We didn't have to bomb, and we didn't have to spend the money and the killing and everything else, and the world hates us to a level that you've never seen. Remember, I kept you out of wars, except I did defeat ISIS very strongly. We defeated ISIS. We took them. Al-Baghdadi, Soleimani. We did a number that nobody's ever seen. It was going to take 4 to 5 years, they said, in Washington. It would take 4 to 5 years. I did it in 4 weeks. We knocked them out. General Raisin Cane, right? Raisin Cane. We knocked them out in 4 weeks. And that was 100% of the ISIS caliphate. The ISIS caliphate, they said, was going to take years to do. We did it in 4 weeks. When I'm president, instead of trying to send Texas a restraining order, I will send them reinforcements. Three years ago, we had the safest and most secure border in the United States history. We had the best border in the history of our country.